the last thing I want.
In?
Oh, you sound amazing on that.
Yeah? You sound alright?
I'll have to do. We're here with Fabio Wardley, October Red Boxing. Thank you very much for taking the time out to speak to us today. And welcome back.
Yeah, definitely. Like, it's been a bit of time out, bit of time off of injury and stuff, but sometimes you just need to do those things to kind of get yourself sorted, get yourself right and ready to go again. Like I said on the presser, I'm looking to have a big year this year, busy year, staying active with it. So I just want to make sure that going into that, my body's all fixed up and everything's all working how it should.
Talk to us a little bit about the injury. What happens with you to obviously cause you to have a time out? What was it?
It was just a back problem that I was having. There was some lower back issues that were going on that were causing me issues during training, during sparring and things. So they're just preventing me from getting the most out of them sessions. So it's something, especially with the back, that once that goes or once that's an issue, that affects everything in life. So it was something that I thought was serious enough to warrant taking a bit of time out and just taking the time to assess it, get the right treatment for it and go from there.
Yeah, obviously you were out, I think it was August last year, was your last bout?
Yeah, the fight camp.
And so coming back after that then, what do you know about your opponent and what are you expecting from that person?
Not too much at the moment. There's nothing solid booked in as of yet. We've got a few names banded around and things, but there's nothing confirmed. We're just kind of having a look and seeing who's around and who's available and what we can do with it.
I know you mentioned that you've been in the gym recently with the likes of Johnny Fisher, which you described as a young, hungry heavyweight. How do you find that then? Because you're, 10 fights in going to number 11. Johnny Fisher's only got, what has he got in, about 4? So how is that then in comparison? Because it's good to see that you're a prospect, you're still quite young in it yourself, and you're sparring against someone that's up and coming. What's that like?
Yeah, that's the best thing, because sparring those young, hungry guys means they come to put it in. They really want to prove themselves, not in a way to kind of take the mick or anything, but they just want to really put it on you and stick it on you. And that training that hard and sparring that hard prepares you no better than for the real night. And that's great sparring. And luckily, I've got a really good relationship with Johnny. Like, I'm up his gym, he's up my gym, so we're just around each other a lot. So it helps with the spars as well, that everything's just so comfortable and we're able to let go on each other with no hard feelings.
Yeah, I like that. What's it like with Derek Chisora? Because obviously you sparred him. I take it, was that recently or was that before his fight with?
That was before his fight in Manchester.
And
yeah.
How was that with him?
Yeah, really good. That was my first kind of test back after having a bit of time off with injury and stuff. So that was my first real sparring back, and that went well. So that's how we knew kind of where we were to go into this year and how we were going to move forward and how we were just going to plan our year out. That's why I'm able to get out so early. Late Feb is quite an early slot to get on. So get the year started early, kick start and keep moving.
And what's it like getting experience from somebody like Chisora that has been around for a while? He's got an established career. How does that benefit someone like yourself?
Yeah, massively, because he's been around the block, he's been there, done it, seen it. So if there's any questions I have, if I've got anything I want to kind of figure out why certain things aren't working for me with my style or something I'm not getting off in the ring or something like that, he's a wealth of knowledge. There's always something there to speak to him about. So it's just great being around those people, not just for that as well, but to see how they train, how they manage their schedules and stuff. There's information you can take from these people all over.
100%. And I've got to ask, what is it like being part of Dillian Whyte's team? Dillian is a character, to say the least. What's it like working with him?
Yeah, it's special. It's unique. There's not. I don't think there's too many kind of stables or teams around like it where he kind of breeds that into you. That, like Ed was saying at the presser, like the names he's thrown at me, the people I've got through in the past are just, we've never said no to no one. We just say yes. Like if there's a fight out there and someone wants it, that's fine. That's no problem. Like a regular motto that Dill throws around is anyone can get it, and that's something he puts in all of us. Is that you need to go into this fearless almost and be like, I'm willing to take on all comers. If you believe in yourself, because he believes in me and all the guys. So all that's left is for us to believe in ourselves and go out there and show it.
Yeah, I think with Dillian, he's kind of choosy with his fighters. He doesn't like people that say look on excuses. He likes those warrior type of people.
Yeah, that's the mentality of the whole camp. It's just a warrior camp. We get in, we get the work done, and we get out.
So what are your thoughts on Babic then? Because obviously, part of the team, and he's looking to go to Bridger. Is that definitely confirmed with him? Is that definitely happening?
I don't think it's definitely confirmed. I think Alan's having an argument with the Savage about it. I think he's arguing with himself about whether he's going to do that. I think it is a good option for him. There's a kind of niche little lane there which he could really get into and make some waves in. So I think it's a perfectly good option for him. Whether he wants to do it, I think that's only up to him. No one can tell him what he needs to do and what weight he needs to be. He knows in himself. So once he figures that out, he can go from there.
Yeah, because there's definitely some exciting fights left for him in the heavyweight division. So I guess that is a tough decision for him to make, because he would be taking on the likes of, I think, Oscar Rivas, who currently is down there as well, who Dillian has also fought in the past. So in light of everything that's happening recently, you know, we've heard about, obviously no one's taking any step aside money. What are your thoughts on that and the heavyweight division as a whole? Because sometimes it feels, from a boxing fan's perspective, that it gets a bit, I don't know, blocked at the top. It's like, come on, just get it moving. But what are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, it has been like that for a few years. It has been just kind of stagnant. There's been a lot of waiting. There's rematches. There's hold-ups. There's mandatory delays and this and that. So I think, yeah, a lot of people are kind of getting a bit tired with it. They're just like, come on, we want to see the fights. I think eventually it is all going to come through, but us as boxing fans and as a boxing community, we're just impatient. We want it now and we want to see them, which is fair. But I think everyone needs to do what's right for them. But I think things are leveling out at the moment to a point where they're gonna kind of, the path for everyone is gonna become clear, and they're all gonna have them right fights.
And also we've got like the purse bid gate that's been postponed, put back. Allegedly it's the day tomorrow. Do you think it's definitely going to happen tomorrow, or are we possibly looking at another postponement? I know you haven't got a crystal ball, but you understand boxing better than somebody like me with on the inside, the business side.
I think with things like this, it's just you just never know, because the thing is, I would have said maybe 2 delays ago, this is the one. They can't do it, and they've delayed it once, they've delayed it twice. Okay, we can't do it anymore. Now I'm at the point where I think, well, I know how these like governing bodies and just the politics of the inner workings of boxing work, is that anything goes. If they want to extend it 5 more times, they'll find a way. There's a way to do it. So I think it's hard to kind of put a date on it. I know, speaking personally to Dill, that he just wants it done and dusted and over with, but some situations are out of his hands, so you just got to kind of wait and see.
And we see that in his Instagram stories, his posts, we've seen the to and fro. But at the end of the day, doesn't this benefit you? Because this is preparing for you what is to come further down the career line for yourself. And on that, what are your plans for the next 2 years? I like to speak to boxers and see what their strategy is. What are you seeking to achieve within the next couple of years?
Especially for this year, the big aim is obviously to get hold of the British title or Commonwealth, European. Those kind of regions are the ones I want to go for. Go for those and just get those ones ticked off. Get some more belts. Get some more. Like, I had the English. I've won it. I've defended it. That's great. I think I'm ready to a point to move on from that now. So that's what I'd like to do. And then going into next year is difficult. Like we say, there's always a stagnant kind of hold up at the top of heavyweight, which trickles down. It doesn't affect me directly, but it affects the people above me, and then they have to wait, and then so on and so forth. So I think at the moment it's probably only really viable to plan maybe 12 months in advance and then go from there.
And we've heard the name bandied about with yourself, which is Gorman. Okay, that's fine. Is a name out there that you would like to fight a good challenge. Is there any other domestic fighter that you like the look of and think, you know what, I'd like to give that a go. I'd like to beat that person.
Domestically, it's not even that I ever look at a fighter directly. Like, I have no kind of underlying beef or problems with anyone. And the same with Nathan. Like, I don't have anything with him either. It's just that we're both on the hunt for the British title. We look like we're the next 2 in line for it, and it just seems like the most obvious option. So it just looks like we're the 2 that's going to go together for that. So that's where that comes from a lot. But the thing I'm hunting for is just the big fight. So as and when they appear, cool, I'll go for them. And then obviously the belts as well. So as and when they're available, I'm jumping in for those as well.
But we wish you all the best on the up-and-coming bout. I like the fact that it's on a Sunday.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting.
It gives you something to look forward to, because it's different.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to seeing you fight out there again. You've got a nice, lovely KO ratio as well. So all the best with that, and no doubt we'll catch up soon.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Hi, and thank you for watching October Red Boxing. Like, subscribe, and tap the bell for notifications. You can also find us on Instagram at October Red Boxing and on Twitter, October Red UK. And remember, at October Red, we stay ready.